Today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Firstly, I just wanted to thank you all for being so kind to my boyfriend Steven last week. Some of you even going as far as telling me that you enjoy him more than me hosting my videos. I'll make sure to have him back when I can, but for this week, we are diving back into the wonderful world of TikTok recipes and trying out some incredible looking noodle dishes. This could just be a story of my own For You page, but I feel like noodle videos thrive on TikTok. They are everywhere, they get a ton of views, and rightfully so. They almost always look so damn good, including the 3 that we're gonna be trying out today. These chili garlic udon noodles, some caramelized onion and roasted garlic noodles, and to finish everything off, a super classic chicken lo mein. Let me know down in the comments which one you think is gonna come out the best today, and let's get right into this one. There are probably tens of thousands of noodle dishes over on TikTok that are worthy of being recreated. Maybe I'll make this a series in and of itself. But before we can start noodling around, I gotta give a shout out to today's sponsor, Helix Sleep. Helix makes premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your needs and are shipped directly to your door. Helix knows that everybody's body type and sleep preferences are different, so they developed their very own sleep quiz to match your needs with something perfect from their incredible lineup of mattress offerings. We are approaching well over 2 years now since I myself took their sleep quiz and they matched me up with this piece of perfection, and I have not looked back for a single night since. These past couple of years, I've been consistently getting that post-beach sunburn sleep. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's just that sleep that's so satisfying and rejuvenating. And if you sleep with a partner, you can take the quiz together to find something that is the perfect compromise for the both of you. And potentially the best part of Helix is that anywhere in the US, you can get your mattress delivered right to your door for free. And for a big old pea brain like myself, it could not have been easier to pop that thing out of the box and set it up myself. And if it makes you nervous to buy something that you haven't tried yet, Helix offers a 100-night sleep trial, so you have over 3 months to make sure you love the thing. And if somehow you don't love it, Helix will come and pick it up for you and give you a full refund. Plus, they offer a 10-year warranty, financing options, and a flexible payment plan, so a great night's sleep is never that far away. So if you're in the market for a new mattress, or you're just curious as to what other incredible products Helix has to offer, click the link in the top line of the description, go to helixsleep.com/David Seymour, and you can get up to $200 off of your mattress, plus 2 free pillows. But up first in our noodle devouring journey today, we are going to be trying out these chili garlic udon noodles from Thriving on Plants. I attained some gochugaru and dark soy sauce, some sesame oil and light soy sauce, some chili crisp and fresh garlic, sesame seeds, udon noodles, some sugar, and some fresh scallions. If you were curious, I have not wavered at all in my love for udon since the last time we made some on the channel. If anything, I'm more obsessed with them now than I was before. This is not sponsored, even a little bit, as much as I would love it, but I still have this specific brand of udon noodles probably 2 or 3 times a week. I survive on this stuff, and then I wonder why my blood pressure is so high. It's just so good. It's such a satisfying meal, and this one looks to be even better, dare I say. You'll notice throughout these 3 noodle recipes that each one is slightly more time-consuming and more technical than the last. But this first one takes a couple of minutes. It couldn't be more simple. Once you've got your garlic and scallions chopped up, your udon blanched off, you throw all your ingredients into a pot. Of course, all the measurements are in her original TikTok, linked down in the description. You toss the noodles to coat them, and then garnish everything with some green onion and your sesame seeds. I kind of like where we're starting here. This is a recipe like all the other TikTok noodles. It can be thrown together in less than 10 or 15 minutes. You almost always will get a delicious product. And it looks exactly like hers does in the video, so let's give it a taste. It's gonna be a good day. This is extremely good, a very good start. That sauce is so tasty. Obviously, I love an udon noodle. And I just kind of realized my 2 favorite pastas or noodles is udon and then like very thin rice noodles or angel hair. Everything in between is kind of just average to me. I guess I like one extreme or the other. Even as tasty as this is, I do wish there was a lot more sauce. I feel like that would be even more satisfying if each and every noodle you got a super saucy bite. They're a little on the dry side. If I made these again, I would just add a little bit more of everything else except the noodles, but they are still really good and a really good start. For our intermediate noodle course, we've got this incredible looking roasted garlic and caramelized onion pasta from Kiln & Kitchen. And all you will need is some linguini, extra virgin olive oil, Gruyere cheese, and heavy cream, some onions and garlic, fresh thyme, and salt and pepper. Once again, for what feels like the 100th time in a row, we have to roast a head of garlic in the oven, just with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper, and I have to ask, what is the internet's recent obsession with roasted garlic? This feels like back when Chef John discovered cayenne pepper, or even Gordon Ramsay with his olive oil. Like, I get it's good, but goddamn, y'all have been dumping it in everything. In addition to the roasted garlic though, of course, the other biggest flavor component of this is the deeply caramelized onions, which should take between 30 and 40 minutes over medium heat if done properly. And right next to them, I'm gonna get my pasta going. And the reason for that is because once you've got most of your other ingredients cooking down in your pan, the thyme, the heavy cream, you wanna have plenty of pasta water ready to go to introduce to this dish that's gonna help everything emulsify together, get real saucy and creamy. As we know, it is that super starchy pasta water that brings so many of our favorite sauces together, whether that be cacio e pepe, carbonara. And lastly, just as important as everything else, we are gonna add our Gruyere cheese with that heat off. Considering the facts that I grew up on pasta, I love cream sauces and caramelized onions, this seems to be right up my damn alley. And now is the time for me to taste this like a sophisticated human rather than an absolute wild animal. Us Italian Americans might not make the most visually pleasing or aesthetic meals, but based on the smell, I think we all know that this is gonna taste amazing. Oh my god. This is one of the most delicious things I've eaten in months. I am a sucker for a cream sauce, but the amount of depth that you have in here, purely just from the onions and garlic, this is comparable to the depth and complexity of like a cognac cream sauce with aged parm. Obviously the Gruyere in there helps as well, but overall the cohesiveness of this with the thyme, the velvety creaminess of the heavy cream and the melted cheese, this is to die for. You could make the argument maybe that it doesn't belong in a video like this with the other type of noodles that we're making, but at the end of the day, it is a noodle dish and it's a delicious one at that, so I don't want to hear it. Would you like to come try this? I said I wasn't gonna do this, but this thing is so good, I need someone else to try it.
It smells really good. It's got the onions in it?
Yup.
I love me some onions. That's one of the best. Oh, that's one of the best pastas I've ever had. Really creamy. We don't have to talk much about it. 9 out of 10.
Wow. How would it have been a 10?
I'm a critic, and it's real hard for me to give a 10 out of 10. So.
I see. I literally said at the beginning of this that I was a little salty over the comments, and you wouldn't be in every video.
Sometimes you gotta give the people what they want, you know? It comes down to that sometimes. Hey, can I finish the rest of that?
You gotta be taken down a notch. And lastly today is by far the most technical of the 3 noodle dishes we are attempting today. It is the classic chicken lo mein from CJ Eats. And you will need some Napa cabbage and Shaoxing wine, dark soy sauce and sugar, some light soy sauce and sesame oil, oyster sauce, cornstarch and MSG, some fresh carrots and scallions, some chopped up chicken breast and a neutral oil, as well as a little water, a white onion, fresh ginger, salt and pepper, some white pepper, and fresh garlic, as well as some fresh lo mein noodles. So why do I say that this will be the most technical or difficult of the bunch? Well, for one, this is a dish that already exists. Everybody's had it hundreds of times probably. So I'm gonna have to hold it to the highest of standards. Like, everybody knows what a good chicken lo mein should taste like. When done right, every single component should be cooked perfectly, from the chicken and veggies to the noodles. All those components should be perfectly saucy and glossy and super appetizing. In other words, the opposite of any Jamie Oliver recipe you will see here on YouTube. Shout out Uncle Roger. In addition, every one of those components should get its own time and appreciation during prep, whether that be the velveting of the chicken with the cornstarch and all those sauces, very anally chopping up all of our vegetables to about the same sizes and lengths so they cook at the same time as well. Possibly most importantly, not skimping on any of the ingredients for the sauce here, whether that's the Shaoxing wine, the oyster sauce, the MSG, the dark soy sauce. Like, if you've got the time and the means to source all the ingredients, I have a feeling it'll probably be worth it. And lastly, giving a very quick blanch to our lo mein noodles and then rinsing those off with some cold water to stop the cooking process ASAP. These are fresh, so they literally just needed a 30 to 40 second dip in the water. If you've got dry pasta, cook it a minute or two shy of the package instructions. Because afterwards, they're gonna get finished cooking in the wok, of course, after we get all of our other ingredients dumped down here first. Considering the last time I tried to use a wok on the channel, you guys eviscerated me for the technique. I didn't really know how to use it. I had just gotten the thing. But since then, I have practiced a little bit to try to get much more comfortable with this thing, whether that be the mixing techniques with the spatula, flipping everything up with one hand to evenly incorporate without making a mess all over your kitchen, of course. You may not be able to tell, but I epically failed at that. Shit was all over the floor in the oven by the end of this. But regardless of that, once I had all my ingredients down in the wok, evenly coated in our sauce, and then dumped over onto my serving dish, I could not have been more pleased with this. This is exactly what I imagine when I think of chicken lo mein. I am dying to give it a shot, so let's do it. After some questionable wok work and an absolute mess in my kitchen, I think we have arrived. You know, I was really doubting myself throughout most of this, as you heard, but technique-wise and ratio-wise, I think I kind of nailed most of this. The veggies are cooked perfect. They have that perfect al dente crisp still in the middle. The chicken is cooked perfectly. It is super tender and juicy, not dry or overcooked at all. The amount of sauciness on this is perfect. Like, every noodle has got a little bit of sauce, but it's not too much. And most importantly, the flavor is so good. This tastes shockingly like a really good Chinese restaurant. And if I had to guess, that is probably attributed to the little secret ingredients in there that the average American kitchen wouldn't have on hand. The MSG, the Shaoxing wine. If you can source that stuff, please do it. Please excuse me while I sit here and inhale this entire thing. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, roll the outro.
With the M without the AD. Flipping burgers and my money super lazy. Try and make a meal tonight, they ain't paying me. Try and supersize my life with my 18. Yeah, our style wasn't wavy, but we had a vision.
I'm gonna have to put you in the not just the outro, the outro after the outro, the end credits. This cannot be a regular thing. We can't spoil them.